Welcome back to Dad vs. Son and our playthrough of Fields of Fire Volume 1, Vietnam Mission 1, Operation Ala Moana Part 1. And we're about to go on with turn 4 of this 10-turn mission with Charlie Company against the veteran VC, trying to delay us in setting up our LZ and taking them out. So what we currently have is we can now see all of the terrain except for this bottom left flank here, which is great. We have the CO and mortar FO in the LZ, and undercover we have the RDFO and the first sergeant, which is wonderful, but I screwed up and left too many there when I've got so many coming in on the next stick, which is loitering. I've got 1 of 1 platoon out here in the rubber plantation, 2 of 1 platoon here in the bamboo, and I've got 1 platoon HQ and 3 of 1 here in the entry to the village, which extends up around here, and there is a trench in there with a VC squad. We have a paralysed team here in the brush, which is under small arms crossfire from the bunker, the trench up here, and the bunker down here, which has a leader and another VC squad. In the cover here in the elephant grass now we have 4 platoon HQ with 2 of 4, the 60mm mortar team, and a fire team which was left over from 1 of 4. Right, so what we need to try and do this time is get bodies out of here so that the next stick can land and that we're not overloaded as such, and start clearing some more cards. So what we have to do is clear 12 terrain cards. I don't believe that includes the LZ since it was already clear when we got there. So at the moment we have cleared 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So we've got 8 more to do. So we're basically, at the moment, we're on track. We're about, we've got a third of them done, and we're about a third of the way through the scenario, the mission itself. Righto. I think that's about it. So let's get into it. So CO is in contact with battalion. We are at, we're still only at contact because we only have 1 card under a VOF, even though we have 1 platoon up here on the card as well with the unspotted trench. So first things first, high HQ event, and we've got one, and it is going to be number 6, and number 6 for us is battalion is screaming for action, you must clear a new card this turn. Yeah, okay, so we will attempt to do that. Okie doke. Righto, CO, let's see what he can get, and he's going to get a whole 2 orders. And that is -1, so he's down to 1 order because he happens to be green. Okay, now all of the helicopters are already activated because they're already in the air. Simple as that. So he's got 1 command that he can use. one command that he can use. So what's he going to do? That's a damn fine question, isn't it? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so what he is actually going to do is he's going to nominate a new... does he want to nominate a new LZ? Let's be honest about this. Where could we put it? It has to be basically, again, contiguous with the elephant grass. That puts us up here in the trenches, which doesn't really... in the village with this trench, which doesn't really help us a great deal because we'll still end up overstacked. He could put it here in the brush, but that's under a crossfire at the moment, so it's not probably a really great idea in the long run, but again, less stacking. It could go into the elephant grass again, but we've got the overstacking to worry about. Or it could go into the rice paddy here, but there's no cover. And that potential contact could bring down a world of hurt on us and basically take out or destroy a whole platoon. So it comes down to a gamble. Do I rely on the chance that I may get enough orders to get people out of here? Or do I take the chance of setting up a new LZ in the rice paddy with no cover, or put it into the brush under crossfire? So crossfire's out. Simple as that. So I've either got to move somebody out of here, which is difficult. I'm not going to be able to get anybody other than the first sergeant out of this cover because the first sergeant has no saved commands. So he's only going to get the one command. So the CO could use it to get the mortar FO out. And we could go up to the bamboo, or we could come down to the elephant grass, or up to the rubber plantation. So I could get the mortar FO out, leave the CO there. So yeah, decisions. Okay, I'm going to order the mortar FO to move. In fact, he's going to move into the elephant grass. So even though he's exposed, he is undercover. And that's the one command the CO could give. Okay, one platoon sitting up here are going to now try and get their commands. So we're going into the initiative rather than the impulse section now. And they are going to get 3 commands and their line, so they get all 3. So what do we want to do with them? The battalion wants us to move, which is fine. I got no hassle with that. But where do we want to go? Okay. I don't want to bring too much hurt into this area if I don't have to. So, what's one platoon going to do? 3 commands. Okay. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to order 3-1 platoon forward into the village. And that makes sense. They haven't spotted this bloke. They know something's going on there, but they're not sure what. And we'll have a potential contact up there. And therefore we've got another unit up there. Okay, so that leaves us with 2 commands. The second command is going to be 1 platoon is going to try and spot this. So we have his line, so that nothing there matters. We have them undercover, which is a -1 to the draw. They're veterans, -2, so and we're on the same card, so it's a +1. So we're still at -1, so we're at 1. Draw of 1, and the luck is with us. Okay, so this potential contact comes off, and this guy is spotted now. We have 1 more command for 1 platoon, and that command is going to be given to him, and he is going to move over to the rubber plantation here, and he will be exposed, and that gets him out of the line of fire, and 1 platoon is now complete. Now by doing that, we have no goodies left on here. So we can have PDF open up into here from 1 of 1 going across there for small arms fire. Automatic fire. So we have automatic weapons fire coming into here. We also have this unit here, which will put out a PDF. And that gives us a crossfire. Into there. We have paralysed unit that's not doing anything. We have the RDFO and the sergeant not doing anything. The CO is not doing anything. He is not going to open fire at the moment because he is looking at clearing. He's got a potential contact there. But I suppose realistically we have to open fire. So there we go. And we have a crossfire from those 3 units into there. Righto. 2 platoon has 2 banked commands, and they are loitering at the moment and about to come in. And they will pick up another 1 command, -1 for being green, so they've just got their 2 commands they started with, and that's it. 3 platoon is in the 4th stick. They have already got 3 commands. They pick up another 2, -1 is 1 for being green, and that means they've got their maximum 3, and that's it. Which leaves 4 platoon. Now 4 platoon will get 1 command. They're a line unit, so they're not going to lose 1, but they also happen to be undercover. So 4 platoon will end up with 2 commands. Okay. So the first thing that 4 platoon is going to do is it's going to try and rally the fire team. So that's going to be a draw of 2. And we go, wow, rally on the first and nothing on the second. So the fire team becomes an assault team. And as an assault team then, we're going to move him out. Now, there's no way in the world, well, in fact, this is okay because this guy only shoots this way because he's a bunker. So I'm going to move the assault team down into the brush here, and he will be exposed off in his lonesome, and that'll give us another potential contact. And there we go. And that's 4 platoon finished. The XO will get 1 command, and he's still flying around, so nothing happens. And the first sergeant gets 1 command. Okay, so the first sergeant is going to use his 1 command to move the RDFO out, and the RDFO is going to move out with 1 platoon HQ and be exposed. And that just leaves us with the CO and the first sergeant there. Right, so first sergeant has no commands left either. Which brings us to General Initiative. And we're going to get 2. Would you look at that? Somebody loves us. Okay. The CO is going to move out of the LZ over here with 2 of 1. He'll be exposed. And the first sergeant is going to move out of the LZ, and he is going to move over with the CO, I think. I think that'd be a better idea. And we have now cleared the LZ for the next lot. That was pure luck. So the way I was thinking is if I hadn't have been able to clear everybody out, then what I would have done is left troops on the helicopter as basically a battalion recall back to the staging area because their fire base was under attack or something like that. That was the story I was going to use, but we were lucky and got away with it. Extremely bloody lucky. Okay, so we're into the VC's turn. So we look for a headquarters event, and there is none. So we go into the enemy activity check. Right. So we have 2 enemy areas. Let's see if I can get them both on, and I don't think I can. So we've got the bunker down here, and we've got that one up there. Yeah. Okay, so if I move this one a bit forward like that, and then I can move the camera a little bit forward so we can see that we have 1 and we have 2. And let's see which one we want to do first. And we're going to do 2, the bunker complex. So again, what we have is with the leader here, we have 4 VC under a bunker, and they have RPG B40 for close, so all they've got is the small arms fire into there. So usual thing is they are not under fire but of open fire, so as a delay it's a draw of 3, and on a 3 they will do a concentrate fire. And we get a 3, so concentrate fire. Right. Oh. There we go. I'll put all this back together again. Like that. Okay, and then we'll do the trench. And again, what we have is a squad up there. Not under fire, but of open fire. Same thing. It's a draw of 3. and they get a 3 as well, so they're going to concentrate fire there as well. Ouch. That poor little paralysed unit. I couldn't do anything for him. Okay. So next is the mutual capture and retreat. So capture any paralysed or littered team alone on a card. No, nobody's doing any capturing during this one. Retreat any non-pinned, non-captured paralysed team under a VOF. 1 card to better cover. Now, if I do that, then this guy's going to basically cease firing because he's not going to have a target. That's the only target that he has. This guy with his small arm fire in the trench will change fire, and he's then going to fire at the area with the most troopettes. So we have 2 and 3 for there, and we have 2 and 3 for there. So he's either going to start shooting into here, 1 of 1 platoon with the RDFO and 1 platoon headquarters, or he's going to fire into here with 2 of 1 with the CO and the first sergeant. So do I want to do that is what it comes down to. And the answer has to be no. There is no way in the world I really want to do that. I feel really sorry for this bloke, but at the moment he's hunkered down, and he's got a pretty good chance, hopefully, maybe. So no, we're not going to do it. So vehicle aircraft phase. So first things first is we have our loitering third stick come in, and they are going to land in the LZ with the 2 CH-47 Chinooks, and that is the whole of 2 platoon with 1 platoon's weapon teams and the FAC, which is a total of 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 exactly. Lots of peoples. And there they are. And they are exposed and exposed. We have the outbound second stick of choppers who have now arrived back at the staging area. And we have the 4th stick inbound who are now moving into loiter for 1 turn. So we've got to try and get all these buggers out of here or set up another LZ before they come in. Right, so that's the aircraft vehicle phase. Then we go into the combat phase. So update fire missions, and there are none. Evaluate potential contacts. So let's have a look over here and see what we've got. So we have 1 potential contact down here with our assault team, and it is a C. And we have all the way up there at the top in the village, and it is a C as well. So we're going to do a draw. Number 1 for the village, number 2 for the brush, to see which one's going to happen first. And we've got the reshuffle. So we'll draw 1 card, and we're going to do number 2, so the brush. And that worked out pretty well because that was the second last card in the deck. Righto. Now, okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and move the camera around here now and see if I can leave it set. Sorry about the little bit of glare. There's not much I can do about it, but I don't know how far back I can move it. Hang on a tick. I'm going to be able to read the books and stuff. Okay, I'm sorry about the glare. So we're doing the potential contact down here in the brush. Here you can see is where our bunker is, firing up into here. And if I turn it just a little bit, there we go. Okay, so potential contact C down here. And let's get this stuff out of the way. Okay, so we're at potential contact C is a draw of 3 cards. Okay, so the first one is contact. Second is a rally. Third is a cover. It's going to be too hard to show you the cards at the moment. So we're doing number 6. And a potential contact C on a 6 is number 4, booby trap and sniper. Okay, so let me grab my booby trap. Now I believe the booby trap uses the same as the mines as such. I will check, but there's going to be something there. That's fine. And the sniper is going to be at number 10, which is per package, which is at max line of sight. So we still need a direction, and we've got to reshuffle. And the direction will be number 10, which is per package, which is at max line of sight. So let's do a shuffle and see what we can find out. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, try again. Number bloody 10. Next, number 7. Okay, so placement 7 is left rear max line of sight. So this guy is facing this way. So left rear max line of sight for a sniper. He can see through the open terrain, so we need to see what's over here. And we end up with elephant grass. So there we go. And we're going to have a sniper. Where did my sniper go? I don't see no stinking sniper. Okay, so we have a sniper under foxholes up here in the elephant grass, who is unspotted, who will lay down a PDF into here with a sniper VOF, and if we had more than anybody else there, then we'd also have small arms as well. So he is going to be in a world of hurt. And so I don't forget the minesy booby trapsy thing. I'll just stick that on there for the time being. Righto, so that's that. So now we have 2 cards under a VOF. So we are at engaged. So we'll change that up there. And now we'll do this potential contact C up here in the village, and an engaged for a C is a draw of 2. And the first is a contact again, and the second is a cover. So we are going to end up with package 1. no, sorry, number 1, incoming mortars, package 1. So we need a mortar spotter. So we've got 1 mortar spotter. He'll be under foxholes. Dun, 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 dun. And we have an incoming marker. Incoming, not mines, Idjit. Okay. So we have incoming up here. The mortar spotter is not spotted, of course. That goes away. And the mortar spotter is going to be positioned at number 6. And number 6 is rear max line of sight. Okay, so this would be the rear at max line of sight, which is impossible. Ah, or is it? No, not impossible. Because, oh no, he is spotted and he's unspotted, so no, can't happen. So let's try again, and we have number 10, which is per package table, which is at max line of sight, which means nothing. And we draw again for 7, and we get left rear max line of sight. Now left rear max line of sight would be here. Now he's unspotted, so is there any reason he can't go there? He's popped up, and I believe that's fine. Now the mortar will get 2 fire missions. So you'll have 1 other fire mission at the end of this. Now this also means that we have now gone to heavily engaged, because we have 2 VOFs and we have enemy on one of our cards. Right. And I know that I don't have to or need to or should put down a PDF for the mortar, but it just makes it stand out a little bit more for me. So I'm just going to put, I'm not too worried about putting the sniper down on my chart, but I'm going to put the mortar down on my chart. He's a veteran, he's got 2 fire missions, so he'll have 1 fire mission left at the end of this turn. Excuse me. Okay, so we've done our potential contacts. There are no more potential contacts to do at this stage. So we go into the combat effects segment. So what have we got? We have this gentleman who is under incoming mortar fire. We have this entrenched infantry unit, VC unit, who is under cross-fired automatic weapons fire. We have our paralysed team here, who is under cross-fired small arms fire from the bunker and the trench. And we have our assault team here, who has potentially tripped a booby trap, which I've just got to do a quick reread on, and I'll do that in a second, and is under sniper fire from the elephant grass. Righto, so let's just have a quick look. That should be up around 53 again. Booby traps, mines, yes. 53. Okay. Booby traps appear in the same manner as mines. The booby trap does not persist, but attacks only once. When it appears, it automatically attacks 1 unit with a -4 mine attack. Righto? Easy enough. So we've got the -4, just like a mine. Once off, and that's it. Righto, so we have us and them under fire. So a 1 will do them first, a 2 will do us first, and we've drawn a 1. So we're going to do them first. So what we have is this trenched unit here. So they have a 2 intrinsic cover, plus 2 for trenches is 4, minus 1 for automatic, minus 1 for crossfire. So they're at a plus 2, and plus 2 is a miss. So he's done, fat, dumb and happy. So we have incoming, and we have this one here, and we have this one here. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do number 2 first. So our paralysed team here in the brush. So he's got a 2 for intrinsic cover. 2 concentrate fires, get rid of that. So he's at a minus 1 for the crossfire. And a minus 1 is actually a miss. So all well and done. So we have now 1 and 2. And we're going to do number 1. So we have the incoming mortar fire here. And the mortars for these guys is a minus 3. So we have minus 3, minus 5 for being exposed, plus 2 for being in the village. So he's at minus 3. And minus 3 for him is pinned, which was about realistically the luckiest that we could expect to get. Which leaves us with our booby trap and our sniper. So we'll do the booby trap first, which is at a minus 4. So we have minus 4. He's exposed, which makes it minus 6 plus 2, so he's at a minus 4. And a minus 4 for some reason again is a hit, and this guy is a green unit, being an assault team, and a hit on a green unit is a Kaz. So he's gone. And we have our first casualty. Exposed marker can go. Little green, oh yeah, little greenie can go. Booby trap goes. Little flaming wreckage goes. Okay, so the sniper is going to change target now as well. Okay, so that is all of the attacks carried out. So the combat effects segment is over, which leads us to the cleanup phase. So cleanup phase wise, up top, nothing to do. We have an exposed marker here that can go. Automatic weapons and crossfire can stay. Exposed marker can go. Exposed and exposed will go. The 2 concentrate fires will go. The sniper will now, the only target he has is the cross through the open rice paddy to our paralysed team. So we still have a crossfire. We still have some small arms fire going in there, but we now have our sniper fire going up there. Okay, so that's all done. We have an exposed marker there to get rid of. And that's that. So he is still potentially under fire. He is still at the moment under fire. He is still at the moment under fire. And he's sitting out there fat, dumb and happy. Righto. So that's the end of turn 4. So what have we covered now? We have cleared 1. We had cleared that, but it's not clear anymore. So we have cleared 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've actually cleared 5, but we've left a body there. Okay, so we've cleared 5 of our 12 And we have 6 turns remaining because we're going to turn 5 next time. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So the next big trouble we're going to have is clearing this LZ for 3 platoon to come in, our final stick. So if, again, I've got enough commands, and I may well get the, in fact, I may well get the CO. To designate maybe the brush as our other LZ, because that is within 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for an LZ. I don't think it has to be just orthogonally. I think it can go diagonally as well, and then down one. So we call that 1, 2, 3. That's contiguous as well. But we'll just have to wait and see. So, what potential problems did we have with that turn? So I think the main potential problem we had with that turn was the placement of this mortar FO. But I don't see any problem with him being placed there. There's no other spotted unit there, so I don't see why he couldn't be placed there. And again, looking at the flavour of the Vietnam sort of campaign itself, having a mortar spotter pop up unseen in your general area, I think it's a flavour win for me. I don't see any hassles with that whatsoever. So it may not be totally correct, but I'm happy with it, and I don't see a great problem with it. The placement of the sniper, I think, is correct. I don't see what else we could have done with him. So I don't have any hassles there. And it was good to have a read of the booby trap again, because I haven't had to worry about that in a long time. So that's it. Thank you very much again for watching. I hope the angle and the glare hasn't been too bad for you this time. I think you've been able to see most of it. I'll try and adjust it a little bit better for next time, and see how we go from there. So take care, and I hope to see you back next time. Bye for now.